You know, it's just a struggle. It's a huge struggle. Hey guys, it's me, Carolyn from carolynjomusic, and I'm back with another video for you guys. So, I just wanted to come and talk about something that's, I have to be honest about. I'm going to be a little, maybe even a little emotional in this video because what I'm talking about is pretty close to my heart, and maybe even a little bit embarrassing, but it's just the truth. So, you guys just follow me on all my social medias. I'm at carolynjomusic at YouTube, at Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, all of that. So please, please, please follow me. Please share this video wherever you're watching it. And please, please give me some good feedback to let me know what you want to see next or if this is helping you. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm going to be honest about just feeling worthless. I have been dealing with feeling worthless for a very, very long time. A lot of people, it's just a struggle. It's a huge struggle when you become a Christian. A lot of people paint this picture that like, oh, everything's okay in your life now. And, everything is just great and dandy. But that's not the truth. The truth is, when you're waiting on God, when you're making big moves in life, or even if you're not a Christian, and you're doing certain things or you're hoping for certain things and they don't happen at a certain time, or you have setbacks, it's not easy. It's not easy to always just bounce back and, to stay strong. This video really is for people not that are knowingly in bad situations or situations that they have no business being in. This is for people like me who have had no control, over their life for many years, who've had to go from one life emergency to the next, who have had to endure obstacle after obstacle and setback after setback. That's something that I have experienced for a very, very long time. And then, just this year I turned 30 and I just really started to feel even more worthless because I'm just kind of like, well, I'm not 20 anymore. Like, maybe people were right, like maybe I should have gotten a real job or, gotten a degree in school and, stuff like that. Just all these, thoughts like coming to my mind. But, the decisions that I made just felt so right. And I knew it was God at the time. But because certain things have not, I haven't accumulated certain things or been rewarded for certain things, I'm just starting to question, even just the path that I'm on. Feeling worthless it's horrible. It sucks. It just feels like you're on the outside looking in, especially if you're a child of God. You're seeing all these people doing all these amazing things once they become Christians. And, you're barely holding on. You barely have food, to eat, and these people are just doing all these amazing things. And, maybe they haven't even been as Christian as long as you, and they're just superseding you almost. And, it makes you feel like unloved, by God, and just unloved and just forgotten about, and I've dealt with that for a very, very, very long time. Sometimes I just couldn't understand like why I had to sacrifice so much time and why so much time had been stolen from me by situations, and, why I had to wait for so long, just, seemingly for nothing, So if any of you guys can relate to me, then you know how it feels. I remember one time I was working in Knoxville at this restaurant, and some people at a college that I used to go to came in, and they were like professors there and stuff. And for some reason, I just felt like this shame, I just felt this shame, and I just ran, like I ran to the back as soon as I saw them. And I just didn't even want to show my face. And like, people were like looking at me like, what is wrong with you? And I was just like, I don't want them to see me. I don't want them to see me, because I was just so ashamed that, you know, I hadn't made more of my life, and that I was just like waiting tables, you know. And, you know, I ended up, you know, saying hi anyway, but, you know, I'll never forget that shame, you know what I mean? Like, I've just been so ashamed as a Christian. I've been humiliated as a Christian. You know, I've been very disappointed, you know, as a Christian, and, you know, I've been very mad at God, you know, off and on throughout the years. And a lot of people won't admit that, but it's just, it's the truth. I know I'm not the only one, you know, who's been angry at God and angry at the world and angry at the situation, you know, for not changing and for just kind of getting worse. And there's just been times where, like, you know, I just was saying, like, if I get another setback, like, my dreams will not survive it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, even right now, I'm going through a situation at the job I have right now, which I thought was a blessing, and it is a blessing, but, you know, I'm just thinking, like, God, if I have to go backwards one more time, like, I'm not gonna make it. Like, you know, my dreams won't survive, you know? But if you guys feel anything that I'm saying, one thing that has encouraged me though through this is that this is part of my purpose. I started to realize that, you know, just a little while ago, that this is part of my purpose. It's part of my calling. This is not something that I have to just search for. This is it. You know, this is not it in its entirety, but this is just part of it. You know, this is something that you have to go through to be able to run the race. You know, you have to be able to go through many, many years, you know, of trials and tribulations. You know, you have to be proven, you know, God, you have to be trustworthy. You have to be able to be faithful, you know, even in the midst. A lot of people are not going to tell you that in church, but it's the truth. You really do have to endure for many years sometimes, especially for something big, you know. And I do think that God has something for me that's really big, but, you know, I think it just is taking a lot more time because it's so big. And, you know, because I have to have proven character, and, you know, I have to be able to have a solid relationship with God. And, you know, so I would just encourage you guys to not get weary in well-doing. You know, I know that seems like, well, that doesn't change anything, but, you know, it'll feed your spirit. If you feed on that word, it'll feed your spirit. It'll water your spirit, you know, that's kind of getting dry, you know, and you will be able to, you know, wake up, you know, the next day, you know, and not kill yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be able to bounce back eventually. You know what I mean? It's really hard, but, you know, you have to endure, you know, and that's what I've been learning. And also just doing a little bit every single day, to not just allow the world and its problems to just steal, you know, your purpose and your creativity. That's why I'm doing these YouTube videos, just to allow myself to just not, you know, to not have all my creativity just stolen, you know, by the hardships of this life, you know, and the things that I've had to endure. So I would just encourage you, just do a little bit every now and again, you know, to stay on track with what he wants you to do. And also, you know, just the reward that God has for you doesn't have to be wrapped, you know, in your perfect bow or in your expectations. Just be open, you know, be open to whatever God wants for you. Be open to whatever he wants to do. Just be open and just be ready. You know, don't assume, just be open to whatever he wants to do. And also just, you know, stay in the word. You know, that's the only way that you can stay encouraged. You know, when you are feeling worthless, you know, just read what God says about you, you know, that you're the head and not the tail, that you're above and not beneath, you know, that you're the lender and not the borrower, you know, that he loves you, that he paid a price for you, you know, with, you know, with his son, you know, on the cross. And, you know, just remind yourself about those things, you know, to keep going throughout the hard years. So you're not worthless. You know what I mean? And I hope you guys appreciate my honesty, and I love you guys. And please, again, you know, let me know if this has helped you, and please share the video, and please give me some feedback. I love you guys. Bye.